think the ice is mostly gone. It was about 40 degrees yesterday. It's gonna be warm today, Shrubby Cat. Oh, there's Dottie. I forgot Dottie was even in there. It's gonna be in the 50s today, nice and warm. Sorry I didn't film the babies a lot more in the last video. It was really cold, and after being in the barn for 4 hours in the 25-degree weather, it's just kind of done. To be honest, I'm tired. Still really struggling with the COVID fatigue. They are both healthy. We are running into some issues that we'll talk about today. Good morning. How are your toot-toots? Goodness. But there they are. Buddy's done well. They've done well. We do have a problem that we've got to figure out today. Nani is up next any day now. Did you just get choked on your cud pops? Goodness. I gotcha. Nani's next. I need to check her this morning. And then Zelda this week as well. If I missed the due dates, like I think I did with Bunny, we're hot popping around. They already have names, by the way. Then Nani's due date was yesterday, so we're any day with her. Her ligaments were still pretty tight yesterday, but she's definitely kind of isolating herself the last couple of days. So I know we're getting close. So let's get everyone fed, and then I'll explain our issue with Buns over here, what we're gonna spend our day doing today. I know, it's late. Mom and Dad slept in, isn't it? See, Mom's almost 10 o'clock. We are hungry, hungry hippos. Hopefully, that's our last winter weather event. Snow was fine, but this ice was not, just wasn't any fun. They were very hesitant to get out on it because it was hard and slippery, which is good because you don't want them to get hurt. But it's supposed to be beautiful this week, which is exciting because we have 2 girls due, and that will make kidding a lot more fun than the 20-degree night where I wasn't expecting to have babies. They're both really healthy, doing really well. So I don't think they were early. They were good sized babies. So I think I just missed due dates. Hi buddies, how are ya? You guys ready for breakfast? These guys have been eating the mess out of some hay. Everybody has been. So I think whatever they were eating, I know with the girls they haven't been able to get out, but they have been eating, everybody's been eating a lot of hay. And the last bales that I just bought were not baled very well, and I think it just may be that there was less hay per bale. I've already gone through 2 of them in a week, where 5 bales lasted me 3 weeks before. A little bit frustrating, but it is the beginning of March this week, so we are like a month away from having grass where we don't really need hay. I am ready for all this like is much worse than even rain because the ground like doesn't thaw out. It thaws out and it's really wet and there's like continual moisture, so they've really torn that pasture up with all this snow. It's a little bit frustrating. It'll grow back, but still it just doesn't look very good. overall. And I don't like for them to just like constantly be in a mud pit. They are ready to go out this morning. So this is our next one due. If I missed everybody's due date, her due date would have been yesterday. Yes. So anytime really in the next 5 or 6 days. So just been checking tail ligaments, looking for that udder pop, looking for the babies to drop. Not really seeing any big changes. I'd like to get her udder shaved today. And Zelda doesn't really need an udder shave. She's not as hairy. So she'll let me do a little tail check. No, we're still pretty tight. Aren't we, girlfriend? Everyone also needs copper. It's the end of February. There are a lot of things that need to get done in the next several days. I am still really dragging with COVID. I still have congestion. I'm still coughing. It's really annoying. Yes. So, what is our issue with Bunny? So, I noticed a day about yesterday that she only has milk on one side, so the babies were favoring one side of her udder, and her other side doesn't feel the same. And so today we have to decide if she has mastitis or a congested udder. I'm leaning toward this being a congested udder. She is a very heavy producer of milk. And so I think what happens is her milk came in really fast and it got congested on that one side. So we're gonna do some hot compresses this morning and try to milk it out, which is the same treatment that we would do for mastitis. We would just milk it out twice a day. The issue that I'm most concerned about is that she does not like the little girl all of a sudden in the last day. So today is Sunday, Thursday, Friday, no problems, but yesterday started biting her and headbutting her. And so I'm going to need to pull her off and bottle feed her. She's letting her eat. It's very strange. My thought is that goats have good instincts, and it may be that she realizes she doesn't have enough milk for both babies, and she's just picked the boy over the girl. The little white one is the girl. They're both full, they're eating, they're doing perfectly well. She has enough milk on the one side for both of them. But if she's gonna reject one because she doesn't feel good if she has mastitis, or if it's because she just instinctually doesn't feel like she can feed both of them, then that is not good. She's eating, she's drinking, she's acting totally normal. No fever, none of that. Which is another reason I think that it may not be mastitis, it may just be a congested udder. Either way, we need to get her some relief. I would like to think if we get her some relief that she'll be okay with that baby, but she is kind of funny and the goats are kind of funny, and I don't know that we'll go back to wanting that baby. And I don't want the baby to get hurt. So I kind of had to decide, am I gonna bottle feed both of them and milk her out and just bottle feed them? She's been very frustrated with being pent up. I let her out yesterday and she was not overly concerned with them, which makes me think something's just not quite right, because she's normally a very good mom. Are you itchy, baby? It's that itchy mama. If I can't make progress on getting relief on that side of her udder for her today, then I'm gonna take her to the vet tomorrow and just see if they can help. If we can get it to milk out, then I don't have to worry about it. Then I can treat it myself. If I can't get it to milk out, can't get a good idea of what's going on, then I'm gonna need some help, because I can go to the feed store and just buy mastitis treatment. Also, I've been talking to my goat friends, Ryan, who has Toffee and Huckleberry and Toot Toot. And we've been going back, she's been helping me talk about like what good plan of attack. Her husband knows a lot about mastitis, and so it's good to have goat friends. I think that's probably my best, most conservative option. Pull the babies milk the mama, get the udder situated. Because of YouTube and because you guys are awesome and watch our videos, I have excess cash for the farm. It's not a lot, but I have a little bit of a budget for vet care. So most producers that are running on a tight budget hobby farm are not going to allocate money for a vet for mastitis, because mastitis is very treatable on your own. So like I said, but because I work full time and I just don't have always the time to be very, very detailed, like if I was here all day long. Sorry, that COVID brain, guys. So you can see she's letting her nurse. This is totally fine. It's just not typical Bunny to not like her babies. She is normally such a good and attentive mom. So I really think if we could get this issue resolved, it would be fine. But like I said, her health is most important to me. She's real uncomfortable. I had to pick her up and put her on the stand. She's just very nervous, which is not like her, but we are only 4 days postpartum. So let's get a good look at what's going on. If you can see, there's no milk in this teat. It is less full than our other side. So I'm gonna start doing is just cleaning up. So I'm gonna get my clippers out. She doesn't really even want to eat the food. It's not because she doesn't want the food. She's happy to eat it as long as she's not, her head's not locked up in the stand. So maybe she'll get a little bit more comfortable as we sit here. I'm gonna get her cleaned up so I can really see what's going on, and so that I can wash her. I have some hot water and some wash rags that are very clean. Just get her all cleaned up. The more I read and the more I'm working with her, I believe we have congested udder. I don't think it's mastitis. It's not hot to the touch, and there is no milk flowing. And with mastitis, usually the milk is just really gross, but it still comes out, and there's heat and swelling, and just the more I read, this is a congested udder. So there are a couple of things that I can do. Number one is to reduce her grain intake, which I can do, that's not hard, and then just make sure she's well hydrated, which she's had plenty of water, but because these goats do not like to drink water in this barn, I'm worried that she's not drinking water because of that. She is nursing both babies on that one side. I still haven't really decided if I want to bottle feed them or not. They seem full, they seem to be getting enough. She has a ton of milk on that side. That milk looks clean. And from what I've read, the milk in her udder will be fine once we can get it flowing. But what I'm gonna have to do is do hot compresses several times a day until I can get it loosened up. I think I'm still gonna call the vet in the morning and just see if they can tell me anything else I can do. I think I'm just gonna let them out for the day, see how she does. If she goes very far, I'm gonna spend a lot of time out with her today. She's not attacking the little girl anymore. Still just very kind of concerned that they can get enough milk with one teat and having to fight over it. But they are healthy, doing great. Okay, we gotta go do some hot compress with Bunny. Since I got her cleaned up, I decided I don't want to like get her wet anymore, so I just put some hot water in a bag. Because it's just a compress, it doesn't need to be wet, it just needs to be hot. Probably not gonna lock her up tonight with the babies like I traditionally would, because I want her to drink water all night long. I want her to drink, and something else that I talked to my friend about, my girlfriend, was getting a salt block to encourage even more drinking, kind of like the sub-tub does. Thing 1 and thing 2 are making it in here. Trying to nurse off Pepper. Not gonna work that way. So I just did her hot compress for maybe 15, 20 minutes and massaged her udder. As long as she would tolerate it. She's not really tolerating it very well. So I think we're making progress. This may take us several days, but she is not pushing off either baby. Sorry, they're really mad. I haven't fed them yet. Stop. She's taking care of both. They're both getting plenty to eat. I spilled the water out of the bag on accident. I'm not gonna let her out while everybody's eating because I don't want the babies in the middle of the frenzy. So we're gonna stay right here while I feed these clowns. Hi guys, how are ya? The pigs have been in heat today, or Toonie's been in heat, so Pork Chop's been mounting her. I think I figured out that I don't know if he's too heavy or he's not strong enough. He can't quite get close enough. That was definitely a problem today. You guys are a little pornographic, to be honest. All this mud. I know you love it, but who does not love a muddy pasture? All his little down is all stuck to his horns. You're funny. Hi, friends. This girl, I think, is close. I would not be surprised if I woke up tomorrow and she had no ligaments. I wouldn't be. She's been hanging around the barn all day. A little bit squishier. Nani, what do you think? You're looking large. Baby soon? See, this week, Mom. You're gonna have babies this week. You're not due for another couple weeks. Buns, did I get hay on your face? Did I get hay on your face? It's sorry. Here we go. I think we're good to go, guys. We'll see you in the morning.